Good morning. This is my second last day in Barcelona, so I'm going to use this opportunity to visit Montserrat. It's a monastery located outside of the city. It entails about an hour and a half train ride, but where I'm staying is actually almost one third the way there, so it cuts a bit of time. So I am now heading to the bus stop where I will begin my journey to Montserrat. The bus is expected to arrive at 8:21, and so far it has always arrived exactly on time. So thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Let's get going. I will be travelling with FGC, or the Catalan Government Railway, which operates a metro and commuter lines in and around the city of Barcelona, tourist mountain railways, and rural railway lines. This includes 3.5 kilometres of 600 gauge, 140 kilometres of meter gauge, 42 kilometres of standard gauge, and 89 kilometres of broad gauge, making FGC one of the few railway companies to operate on 4 different gauges. Today, I'll be using the R5 line, which starts at Barcelona's Plaza España to Manresa. My journey begins at Fontpineda, where I was staying, to Puyeja, then to Monistrol de Montserrat, where I will ride the rack railway to the mountain monastery of Montserrat. 8:21, and the bus has just turned up right on time. The first leg of the journey is a bus ride from Park Central Fontpineda down the hill to Puyeja railway station. These dark clouds you see in the distance would eventually dominate the weather later in the day, with rain and a temperature of around 5 degrees Celsius. From the bus stop, it's a short walk past the Santa Eulalia de Puyeja, which is a neoclassical style church dedicated to Saint Eulalia. Construction of this church began in 1832 and completed in the mid-19th century. The Puyeja station entrance is just in front of the church, and I purchased a combined ticket for the commuter train and rack railway before heading to the platform to get my train heading to Manresa. This is a 213 Series 3 car EMU, which is a meter gauge train with a maximum speed of 90 kilometers per hour that is used on this line. I was so excited filming the trains that I actually missed my own train, and luckily it was still peak hours, so the next train was only 15 minutes later.
Estación Abrera.
Enjoy the views of the passing countryside as we zoom towards Montserrat. As we get close to the destination, the mountain up there that looms into view, yes, we're heading for that mountain and we're going by train. There are two stations for Montserrat. The first is Eri di Montserrat. Disembark here if you have booked to travel on the cable car.
Estació Monistrol de Montserrat. Correspondència amb Cremallera de Montserrat. D'aquí a uns minuts arribarem a l'estació de Monistrol de Montserrat, on podreu enllaçar amb el Cremallera per pujar a Montserrat y agafar els funiculars de Sant Joan y de Santa Cova. En unos minutos llegaremos a la estación de Monistrol de Montserrat, donde podrán hacer transbordo con el Cremallera para subir a Montserrat y coger los funiculares de San Juan y Santa Cova. This train will shortly be arriving at Montserrat Station. Please change here for the Montserrat Rack Railway and the San Juan and Santa Cova funicular railways. This train will shortly be arriving at Montserrat Station. Please change here for the Montserrat Rack Railway and the San Juan and Santa Cova funicular railways. D'aquí a
Next is Monastery Montserrat, where the next train, which is a rack railway, is standing by as the train schedules are coordinated for seamless transfers. This is our next train. It's a 2+1 car rack railway made by Stadler GTW EMU. It travels at a maximum of 45 kilometers per hour for the first kilometer and 30 kilometers per hour on the rack section. It uses the ABT system. The ABT system uses solid bars with vertical teeth machined into them. 2 or 3 of these bars are mounted centrally between the rails, with the teeth of the pinions rotationally offset from each other to match. The use of multiple bars with offset teeth ensures that the pinions on the locomotive driving wheels are constantly engaged with the rack. This is the first of 2 passenger coaches that are separated by a power car that I'm walking through now. This meter gauge 5-kilometer line runs from Ministrol de Montserrat to the mountaintop monastery of Montserrat, gaining a height of 550 meters in that short distance. The first kilometer of the line between Ministrol FGC station and the only intermediate station at Ministrol Villa is operated by conventional track. Here we're crossing the Llobregat River on the Point Centenary Bridge, which is 480 meters long. To minimize visual impact, it's designed as a lattice of steel tubes. As we leave Ministrol Villa, you can see some old trains that were used in the past on this railway. You will also start to feel the train engaging with the rack system as we exit the platform. From here, the remainder of the line is operated as a rack railway using the ABT system, overcoming the height difference of 550 meters with a maximum gradient of 15.6%. The line is electrified with an overhead supply of 1500 volts DC. This is a single track line, but at the midway point, trains will pass at a loop. While taking the breathtaking views, we soon approach our destination of Montserrat. I leave you with some sights of the basilica, the monastery, and some scenes of the ride back down. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.